What do you know about the attack on Malashov?
You're asking the wrong fella, Henry.
Do you think we stand a chance of taking von Burkov?
Well, if anyone can do it, it's Zizka and the devil. Although I'm not saying it'll be easy. Or that I approve.
How's that?
God doesn't lead us by the hand. We have to find our own path to him. Or at least try to. And I'm not sure just how much divine mercy that pair deserve.
I heard you fought in the Battle of Kosovo. Is that true?
Why wouldn't it be?
No, it's just... It happened a long time ago.
Are you saying I'm old?
I meant... knowledgeable.
Aye. That's me. I was at the Battle of Kosovo many years ago. 14, if I'm not mistaken.
So how did it happen? Tell me. I don't think I can quite imagine such a massive battle. How many soldiers were there?
Countless, lad. I'd never seen so many take the field. At least 10,000 men on our side. And Sultan Murad must have had at least twice as many with him.
So how did the battle go?
Lord forgive me, but it went to shit.
Could you be more specific?
Specific? Well, I only know what people said after the battle. When you're in the midst of it, you don't see what's happening around you.
Which was?
Well, it's hard to describe. Attacks are followed by retreats, and between that, only fatigue and dust.
So what happened?
When the battle began, the Serbian cavalry crushed the Turkish left flank. It looked good for us. But alas, that was just the beginning. Soon, we got ours too. We fought valiantly, but they pushed us back, and in the meantime, they hit our center. The Sultan's Janissaries attacked us there. Damn devils, and raised all hell. Rivers of blood soaked the ground.
How could you survive something like that?
You can't give up, and death isn't an option. But then a rumor spread that Prince Lazar had fallen, and everything began to crumble. But he was a tough old warrior of the Nemanjic royal blood. He wouldn't give up just like that. With an arrow in his eye, he climbed his horse and rode straight for the Sultan. That's how he saved us. The battle then lasted until evening. But no one had the strength to force the enemy to retreat.
And where did you fight?
In the saddle. I'm a nobleman, after all. But I lost 3 horses under me. So in the end, I also fought on foot. Most of us mercenaries were on the left flank, under the command of Vlatko Vukovic. But he soon got wounded, and the men began to flee. I mean, if it wasn't for Nicholas Gabriel, we wouldn't be talking here today.
And who was that?
The commander of our company. A born warrior, and a good friend. In fact, Zizka reminds me of him a bit sometimes. In any case, the fact that Gabriel had taken a command at that point meant our flank did not buckle, and the Ottoman rabble did not cut us to pieces as we fled.
So who won in the end?
The battle lasted all day, and in the end no one knew who had won, because both sides left the field. Only later did we find out. Prince Lazar had fallen there alongside all his Serbian nobility. Still later came the news that Lazar had been captured and executed by the Turks the day after the battle.
They executed a prince?
Aye. They beheaded him, because someone had slit the Sultan's throat like a piglet.
So you didn't win?
It's hard to say. We held our own against the odds and survived. Only without their prince, it was just a matter of time before Serbia fell into the new Ottoman Sultan's lap. Fortunately, I didn't stick around to see it. All the same, even as I'm telling it, it strikes me what an adventure it was. I suppose time heals all kinds of shit. In the end, you forget the bad things. And yet, I can only thank God that Nicholas Gabriel was there.
Your captain?
Aye, him. We actually became friends of sorts. He even taught me one of his sword tricks.
He did?
Aye, really. I could even show you sometime. A memory of the good man who saved my arse on that day.
How are things looking at Malashov? How is Malashov?
Właśnie stamtąd wróciłem. Jedno wiem na pewno. Ten zamek ma kurwa słuszne obwarowania.
Could you slow down a bit? I'm trying to understand you, but I can't keep up.
O co ci chodzi?
This is going nowhere. I need Uher to try. Would you show me the swords?
Why not? I'd be happy to show it to you. Oh, at any rate, you need to be quick and thorough. Because for once, you aren't attacking the head directly. When you knock it aside, you open up space for it. Now come and try it a few times.
Why is this all sticky?
Good day.
Look, I don't want to put the squeeze on you, but when are you going to pay me back?
Henry, for fuck's sake. Just when you got out of that carnage in Kuttenberg, they sent you right to the enemy's encampment to snoop around. I was really worried about you. I prayed to Our Lady the Protector to watch over you.
Thank you, friend.
I'm truly delighted she heard my pleas and you've come back in one piece. Among other things, I kept thinking, I haven't properly thanked you yet for coming to Malashov to get me.
No need to thank me.
I beg to disagree, my brave and faithful companion. First and foremost, be it known that if you should ever similarly find yourself in captivity, I swear before our Lord Jesus Christ that I shall come for you as you came for me. And secondly, I have something here for you. A truly knightly reward for your knightly deed. A hunting bow that has no equal in the province. I hope it'll brighten your thoughts after all those horrors. It can fell the mightiest buck deer and enchant many a doe. And besides, it has attached to it an enlightening history.
I'm honored. Thank you, friend. Please enlighten me, O noble sir.
According to legend, this bow belonged by right to Margrave Jobst of Moravia, who, however, was not worthy of it. And so, fate decreed that it fell into the hands of a proper knight.
What are you saying?
When I found out that Jobst would gladly leave me locked up, it got my blood up. So, to pay him back, I relieved him of the bow in Raborsh, and it was immediately clear to me that that bow should go to none other than you.
Tivole. You can't just steal a bow from the Margrave. When he finds out...
If he finds out, he can complain to the Lord of Perkstein. And when I have it out with him, that bow will be the last thing on his mind, believe me.
What do you make of this Brabant fellow?
He's unquestionably a remarkable knight, that Vakelin. He rambles on a lot, though. My head nearly burst listening to him sometimes. Although it was better than being stuck there alone. Otherwise, he seems to me like a bold and worldly gentleman, if a little obsessed with wealth.
I agree. He seems quite likeable. And he's got a score to settle with Sigismund, like we do.
He certainly has.
What happened when von Bergov hauled you off after the Nabokov battle?
It was a dreadful journey. Jesus, don't even remind me. It was a bit better in Malashov. Apart from being locked up, of course.
Did anything happen along the way?
No, but it took ages to get to Malashov. 4 or 5 days in that god-awful cart. I was traveling with Von Owlet's minions. They hauled me in one of the wagons. They treated my wounds a bit, but I was still in a really bad way. After that battle and all.
What did they do with you in Malashov?
Nothing much, actually. They took care of my wounds, and then stuck me in a room with Brabant. But they treated me decently, as befits a noble. Von Berghoff came asking questions a couple of times, but that was about it. Only I almost went mad from being cramped in that damned room. It's a good thing you got me out of there.
What was the problem with the room?
That I couldn't get out of there. You saw yourself when you came for me, didn't you? It's just that since Nabokov, when they shot the tower right down on my head and I was stuck there. Well, since then, I don't feel well in cramped spaces. Actually, I never did. I always preferred to be outdoors. But since Nabokov, it's worse than ever. I had a feeling the roof would fall on my head again and I'd be buried alive.
I understand. It's a bit awkward for you that the nobility lives in castles.
That's a fact. Once I get my hands on my estates, I'll build a new castle that only has huge rooms and lots of spacious courtyards. And above all, no secret passages.
Great. I'm really looking forward to this new castle of yours.
You can be the castellan or something. Don't worry, I won't forget you. I'll even have a forge built so you feel right at home.
They didn't let you out at all. But you were in that room for ages.
No. They let us walk around the fortress a bit. We even went out for a ride twice, but they watched us like hawks. Not a chance of escape. But most of the time we were in that room. Like I say, I'm really glad you got me out of that hole.
What did von Berghoff want from you?
Just the usual courtesies. The captivity of nobles has to observe certain formalities, you know? It's not like they could just throw you in some hole. They behaved fairly respectfully, but of course he was fishing for information. About Radzig and Hanush, and especially Jobst. What they're planning, how many men they have on the field, who else they're negotiating with and that.
And what did you tell him?
Nothing that he didn't already know. I played as dumb as the village idiot. I only told him they sent us with that message and discussed the rest when we were gone.
And did he swallow it?
I think he suspected I was bluffing a bit, and then he tried to loosen my tongue by letting me go hungry for a while. But he soon gave up when he saw he was getting nothing more from me.
My word. Nice work keeping him at bay. But the main thing is, you're alive and kicking. And back with us.
Indeed.
Why is it so important to capture Otto von Berghoff?
Isn't it obvious?
Pray enlighten me.
Look, Otto von Berghoff is the supreme chamberlain of this land. He's in charge of all the royal towns and monasteries, meaning he is worth his weight in silver.
So, it's ransom we're after?
Not quite. Von Berghoff is one of the leaders of the League of Lords against the king. If we want the lords to free our king, we have to force them to do it. And capturing von Berghoff would be the best way to do that.
And to think, until recently, you couldn't give a damn about politics. How does Zizka want to attack Malashov?
He didn't tell me much, but I got the impression it'll be a bit different compared to the usual tactics. A major operation.
Such secrecy. It almost seems like he doesn't trust us.
True. Zizka's being damn tight-lipped. But I don't blame the man. After Raborsh, Sigismund had a lot of our people arrested, and I'm sure a lot more are frightened. Any of them could betray us.
You think there could be a spy amongst us?
Doubtful. All of us here would gladly stab Sigismund in the gut.
Or that traitor von Berghoff?
Brabant and I still owe him quite a bit of payback. I can't wait to see the look on his face when we take him captive.
What do you think about the Dry Devil?
Hinek. I think he's a right bastard. But I'd rather fight with him than against him.
So why does Zizka trust him so much?
Hinek is Yob's ally, and Sigismund is their common enemy.
What about your mercenaries? Are they good?
Ne t'inquiète pas, mon ami. Le Seigneur Morgenstern can always be relied upon.
Who is this Morgenstern?
C'est un bon ami à moi. We met years ago au Grand Tournoi de Lorraine, at the estate of the Duke there.
Can he be trusted?
Le Chevalier Morgenstern is not only a warrior, but also a serious patron of the heart. A man of renown.
How did you find Morgenstern?
Pendant que vous étiez chez les Hongrois, I went to Kettenberg. Le Chevalier Morgenstern was with Sigismund. But he turned him down because, le roi n'a pas d'argent. The king has run out of coin.
So he's just an ordinary mercenary?
Not ordinary. He's a renowned condottiere.
Where does this Morgenstern come from?
From Broswig. His ancestor fought for Emperor Charles. A good house, mon ami.
So why is he earning a living as a mercenary?
C'est une triste histoire. He lost considerable estates due to his relatives and battles in eastern Prussia.
So he became impoverished?
In truth, it was more his passion for art that led him to ruin.
Sir Vaculin, you've had an exciting life. Tell me some stories.
Bien sûr. Your interest is gratifying and quite understandable.
Where does the name Brabant come from?
That is simple. My compatriots call me that because I am originally from Brabant province. And, the name stuck. One day, I shall tell you about my place of birth, but I am sure you would long to hear about the conquest of Arezzo, yes? Or would you rather hear how I saved the King of France from certain death?
Arezzo sounds interesting.
And so it was. That is where I earned my knighthood from the great Enguerrand de Concy himself, the commander of our Nap campaign. Enguerrand arranged his forces for battle, and I was put in charge of one of the cavalry units. Out of nowhere, the enemy appeared on our unprotected flank, and Enguerrand set me to hold them back so our main force could regroup. But I saw a gap in the enemy's main phalanx. I sounded the charge and sped forward.
Wasn't that rather risky?
Un chevalier français fears nothing.
I reckon King Sigismund would think otherwise after Constantinople.
That was completely different. Alors, I caught them by surprise. I hacked my way to their standard and broke through all the way to the enemy's reservoirs. My attack sowed confusions in the enemy's ranks that encouraged the overlords who raced to join me, scattering everything in their path. And that is how we won the famous victory at Arezzo. Seeing that the force that was supposed to protect them had been routed. The city then surrendered to us. No doubt you had no inkling at Maleshov what a knight you had the honor to meet. And of course my feats on the field of battle do not end there.
bold maneuver.
Quite right. Courage is my middle name. Just as Monsieur Chapon says, Audantes Fortuna Juva. That day I was the bravest of them all and won the day.
So you disobeyed your commander and left your flank exposed. Your attack could have ended in a total fiasco. You were lucky the others came to your assistance and your entire force didn't collapse.
I hear thee speaking, but you are still wet behind the ears. So, I can forgive you. In short, I saw an opportunity and took it. Moments like that can decide entire wars.
What did your commander have to say?
He made me a knight and sent me to the royal court to inform the sovereign of our triumph.
I reckon he wanted to get you out of his hair.
Do not talk no sense.
What other feats have you performed in battle?
Oh, many, mon ami. For one battle does not make a warrior. It would take a week to recount them all, so I will just tell you about my second greatest feat. On the Italian field, we faced John Hawkwood, a ruthless Englishman and a fearsome warrior. Surrounded, we were at his mercy. Night fell, and we knew he would attack at dawn, and that would be it. But just then, Providence put an idea in my mind.
Well, don't keep me on tenterhooks. Go on.
And observed, I mounted my horse and set off to find help. And, La Dame Chance was exceedingly kind to me that day. As I rode away, by chance, I stepped it off of our horses. Thinking we were trying to break through, Les Anglais went to head them off. But while the English were occupied with my city, our units managed to flee. I saved many men from certain death that night, and many lords from the disgrace of capture. Needless to say, I was generously rewarded for my valor.
That is indeed incredible. But you were just trying to flee, weren't you?
I wanted to bring reinforcements, but as I say, I merely follow Providence, and she guides my steps, from triumph to triumph, wherever I go. Stick close to me, Henri, and Providence will favor you too.
How did you save the King of France?
With Providence as my guide, mon ami, I came to the court from the field of battle to bring news of our victory, because, and remember this, the bearer of good news is always rewarded and cherished. But the king was in a bad mood and did not wish to be disturbed. Maybe I thought the news of our victory will dispel his ill humor.
How could you tell him if he didn't want to be disturbed?
Ha! I climbed up to his balcony and into his chambers to surprise him with the joyful tidings. And lo and behold, the king was writhing and gasping on the floor, overcome by one of his fits. Wasting not a moment, I dashed over to him and unblocked his throat, thus saving his life. In return, the king bestowed on me the title of Échanson, or cupbearer, and other generous gifts. And I then spent a while in his service at court. Unfortunately, though, even the king's favor does not last forever, and minor mistakes can come to overshadow good deeds.
What happened at court that led to you being out of favor?
Well, perhaps I shall tell you some other time. Would you not rather hear about the glorious duel between Le Gris and Carouge?
Tell me what happened at court that caused you to lose favor.
Ah, a major setback and a gross injustice, mon ami. It is an unhappy memory, because it was the first time that La Dame Chance abandoned me.
It's nothing to be ashamed of. We can all learn from our failures. And I bet even your failures make for great stories.
Oui, that is certainly true. Very well then. I suffered a combination of misfortunes all at once. But bad luck in business and on a hunt were the worst of all.
You were in business?
Of course. I come from Brabant province, home to the greatest entrepreneur of all. My birthplace gave me an unrivaled nose for coin and the reputation of a financial expert. I was nicknamed the Seer of Louvain, and also the End of Midas. That is, until I persuaded an important nobleman to invest a large sum in maritime trade with Africa. All the ships he bought sank in a tempest. He had to sell off part of his estates to pay off his creditors. Of course, he wrongly blamed me for everything and turned many influential courtiers against me. But my advice was sound. He was simply punished by God for fornicating with every wench from the Pyrenees to Brittany, bragging about it and thus bringing shame on his gentle wife. I told him as much, but some people never admit their mistakes and prefer to blame others.
A sea voyage from France to Africa? You must have known that was a massive risk.
A risk, perhaps. But think of the fortune to be made. A man must think big if he wants to achieve greatness, no?
Big ideas often lead to big trouble. Storms, pirates, sea monsters, uncharted waters. It was a disaster waiting to happen, Baron. You should have tried the Baltic trade route.
You are right. That would have been safer. But that is under Hanseatic control and there is too much competition. Africa, mon ami, that is the land of opportunity. The Arabs sell to the Portuguese via Ceuta and they sell on to us. Just imagine selling further and trading directly with African kings, cutting out all of those middlemen. Remember this, because one day I will be proven right.
Luckery and Cargouche. Sounds like a pair of jesters.
En aucun cas. Jacques le Gris and Jean de Carouge. These two great knights were in a legal dispute over an estate. But above all, when de Carouge was on a campaign, Le Gris fornicated with his wife. She claimed that he had raped her, while he said he had seduced him. And because everyone swore to their own truth on the Bible, the matter had to be settled by combat. First, they jousted. Then they fought on foot with sword and axe. Le Gris thought victory was in his grasp, but de Carouge suddenly pounced on him, wrested him to the ground, and beat him so terribly that he knocked off his helmet and cuirass. Even so, Le Gris refused to admit his guilt, and de Carouge drove a dagger through his neck. And if you promise not to tell, I will let you into a secret about that dagger.
Tell me the secret. I promise I'll keep it to myself.
Bien. As I say, de Carouge killed Le Gris with a dagger. And I found that dagger in the mud after the duel. A blessed blade, an instrument of divine justice. The dagger that ended the last trial by combat France ever witnessed. An item of great value. So, I had several copies made and sold them to rich French noblemen. That is how I first came into wealth. And I used the coin to buy the horse and armor I needed to set off in pursuit of glory in battle.
Ha! That was a good idea. I'd never have thought of that.
You still have a lot to learn, mon ami. But you're young, you have plenty of time. Just keep your mind and eyes open, like I did. It was one of the greatest things I ever saw, and I have seen a lot. Believe me. Half of France came to watch, including the king himself, who then banned trial by combat in France forever. I later told the story to anyone who was interested. One of my listeners, a certain Froissart, wrote my icon down and became famous. I could have written it myself, of course, but I am happy to help others find success.
What was the hunting incident?
We were out in the royal hunting grounds when I caught sight of a white stag. There had long been rumors about it, so imagine the prestige I would have gained by getting it. I set off after it, pierced its flank with arrows, and unleashed the hounds to finish it off. When I arrived, it turned out that my aunt had not killed a stag, but the horse of a lady, a court favorite of the queen's. I fell out of her favor, and all the doors became closed to me.
You were damned unlucky. That could have happened to anyone, couldn't it?
Quite right. I'm glad you are sensible enough to agree with me. A misfortune like that, which could indeed happen to anyone, would make lesser men roll with laughter. But the other lords were afraid I would outshine them, so they were waiting for a chance to get rid of me. And that chance came along, unfortunately.
Tell me about Brabant province. Is it far from here?
Quite far. From Bohemia, you would go to Bamberg and then follow the river Main until it joins the Rhone. Then you sail down the Rhone until it reaches the sea. And there, between the river and La Flandre, you will find Brabant, with its wealthy cities. Anvers, Bruxelles, Louvain, and many others. But those three cities are the equal of Paris, Rome, or your Prague. Both the Dukes of Burgundy and the Imperial Princes would like to annex our land to theirs, because its flourishing trade has made it rich. But like everywhere else, you can only come into wealth by birth or by enterprise, which is how I did it.
How did you end up here?
Leaving the court with a modest sum, I launched to visit faraway lands. I traveled a lot, spending time in various countries, and having many great adventures. When I learned that l'Empereur Charles, that great friend of France, had built the magnificent city of Prague in Bohème, I had to see it.
So people in foreign countries speak highly of Prague?
Bien sûr! It was abroad that I heard of King Wenceslas' silver city and its reputed vast wealth. I bought the abandoned Miskowitz estates and shares in the Kuttenberg mines. And for a time I settled here to provide for myself and wait for King Wenceslas, whom I wished to serve. But even here fate did not let me be. When Sigismund brought his army to the city, I appointed myself to lead its defense. For how better to make King Wenceslas aware of me than by saving his beloved city? Victory was assured, but the burghers had other ideas. The city was handed over to the enemy, and I with it, stripped of my possessions. I languished in captivity, until fate again stepped in by sending you to Malishov.
Sir Vaclin, I'm surprised how well you speak our language. Where did you learn it?
Where do you think? Here, of course. Ce n'était même pas difficile. Perhaps I have already mentioned that I am guided by Providence. She endowed me with many talents, mastery of language among them. I can communicate almost everywhere in a word, and learn every new tongue in a trice. I now speak French, German, Italian, Latin, Hungarian, and Czech. Some English, though. That is only a necessary evil.
Thanks for sharing your stories with me, Sir Vaclin. What do you think of our band of outcasts?
Well, I cannot say I expected to end up in this kind of company. I am more used to royal courts or at least wealthy burghers. But a man must accept his destiny as it comes.
What do you think of Zizka?
Le Chevalier Jan? Well, he's not doing badly for a minor nobleman, but I think he will never be accepted among the higher nobles and knights. That takes a lot more. Mark my words. I am a good judge of people.
What do you think of Sir Hinnek?
Ah, le diable sec. A capable chevalier, but I do not trust him. There is treachery in his eyes.
You think so?
My instinct rarely lets me down.
How do you get on with Janosch and Adder?
Oh, those two. Once in Gothenburg, I also had a servant who pretended not to understand me and thought I did not understand him when he spoke German in my presence. But he was wrong. He is no longer my servant.
How do you get on with Sir Hans?
Oh, young Lord Chapon may be inexperienced and hot-headed at times, but he's the one of the few here who knows how to play chess. And I have a great respect for chess players. Needless to say, he has not managed to beat me yet. Godwin and Zizka can also play. Ah, and that devil in press clothing beat me. Merde.
Have you met Godwin?
The priest who is very skilled with a sword. Priests should not be such good swordsmen. That is what knights like me are for. In addition, he can play chess just as well as he wields a sword. And in drinking wine, he beats even the best Frenchmen. A man of talents. Or perhaps the devil is behind it.
Have you had the chance to meet my half-brother yet?
Samuel. It is strange that he joined your... our group. It is not usual for his, people. But he's certainly a good reinforcement.
What do you think of Kubienka?
A good warrior. But he has no morals and no manners. Like all mercenaries.
Well, I don't think he cares much about that.
And that is just the problem. How can you trust a man who does not want to be a knight?
I can't get Catherine out of my head. I don't understand her. I'm sure you have more experience of love than me. What do you make of her? Why is she with us?
Ah, you're right. I am a connoisseur of love like I am of wine. But for my tastes, Mademoiselle Catherine is of somewhat aged vintage. Though, I have to admit she's full-bodied and fragrant.
That's not really what I meant. Why is a woman like her with us?
Là est la question. I had the feeling something terrible happened to her in the past.
So do I. But what?
I have no idea. But she is fond of you, if you ask me. Try asking her, and maybe something will come of it. L'amour.
Oh, come on.
I am a good judge of people, trust me. L'amour.
About this merry Tell me, how did this...
Ah, mon ami, poorly. But what could I do? Stand down from leading the defense like a coward? After all, I had to live up to my reputation. And at the time, it did not look hopeless at all. I thought it would be enough to stall Sigismund for a while before the Allied army arrived. And that would not have been so difficult.
Only no army arrived.
Précisément. The hope for a swift end melted away. And the courage of the burghers along with it. I, who fought in 5 countries, was relieved of command, arrested, and handed over to Sigismund.
What other countries have you fought in?
In Italy, against the English, here of course, and I will tell you about the others another time. In the meantime, however, I can pass on some of my experience to you. After all, I am not getting any younger, so it is time to pass my wisdom on to future generations.
I'd like to learn.
It will take some time, and a few groschen, mon ami. Acquiring my art came at great cost, so I cannot pass it on for free, especially now when I have been unjustly stripped of my possessions, and I must rely only on my sharp wits. Ainsi va le destin. So, what...
When we were fleeing Mal...
Yes.
My wo-
I cannot say... On my track. So, allons-y, mon...
I'd like to learn...
It will take some acquire... So,
As a no...
I would on... Allons-y.
I'd like to learn...
It will take some acquire... Especially... So,
Sir Vacla...
you will... Allons-y.
You silly doggy.
What awaits us at Malashov?
A short but nonetheless dangerous battle, in the best case scenario.
And in the worst?
Things go to fucking hell, and our worldly cares will be over. So prepare well, this really won't be easy.
I'm ready. For anything.
Good. The task won't wait. In the evening, I'll assemble the men, and then we'll talk about what's next.
I'll wait with you. How about we knock back a few cold ones in the meantime?
I'm not drinking today. I want to have a clear head. But once we have von Berghoff locked up, I'll gladly drink the whole region dry.
So I say him, what do you expect when you drink like fish? Fish is not able to walk either.
And then he threw you out?
No, he cannot, because...
Ah, vous êtes là. What is happening, Capitaine?
A mam nadzieję, że kurwa przeżyjemy.
Pojebało cię.
Enough of the chit-chat. I want to know if we're gonna get to work, Zizka.
We shall. No reason to wait. Von Berghoff won't stay in Malashov forever.
So tonight...
Before dawn. Even the dogs will still be snoring. And we'll have plenty of time to move.
I can't wait.
Sorry to disappoint you, Hinek. I need you in the village.
Oh, fuck. I was looking forward to that, Cannon.
Hey, Kubienka. You were in the artillery in Sempak, weren't you?
Yes, but in the guard detail. I don't know shit about firing.
Well, at least it's some kind of experience.
I believe I might be of assistance, mes amis.
You've already helped quite enough, Frenchman.
The Duc de Bourgogne, once, showed off such a bête lourde in Champmol. And I was there.
Is that so, Baron? Do you know how to handle it?
Oui. If I have a few strong men to assist me.
All right. Kubianka will go with you. If anything fucks up, we're counting on you to save our asses. The rest of us will lure the fortress garrison out, so we can cut them off. We'll split into two groups. Me and my men will cut the village off from the fortress. The second group will enter the village from the other side and cause mayhem. That'll be your job. Set fire to a haystack, make a racket. In short, anything that will lure the fortress garrison out into the open. You get me, Devil?
Oh, aye. A good old blood orgy. As soon as they stick their noses out, the trap falls.
And the rest will go like this. Listen up. Malashov is only a handful of cottages and a tavern. Fortunately, Kunzlin's fortress is a bit beyond the village.
Fuck. Looks more like a small castle.
Aye, it's well fortified. It's got a moat, 2 gates, and a big tower. That's where von Berghoff will be.
And don't forget the drawbridge and the secret passage.
Korytarz był zamknięty, byłem tam.
Aye, it's to be expected they'll seal off the passageway, so we have to get inside, over the bridge, and through the gate. You and Capon will deal with that, Henry. You two know it better from inside. Then, you'll let us in.
Damn. That'll be as hairy as the balls of St. Killian.
Aye, it won't be easy. But this isn't the first time for us. And besides, this time, we've got artillery to back us up. We have to get to the tower whatever happens, and if it all works out, we'll drag von Berghoff right out of bed.
God willing, he'll be sleeping like a log.
And another thing, the Devil's Den is no longer safe, so after the attack, we'll pull back to Suchtel Fortress.
Any place better than that shithole.
You're right there.
Ebez, no doubt Peter Pisek will be delighted to welcome us.
He wants to fight Sigismund? Well, here's his chance. Especially since he missed the last skirmish with von Berghoff. Any questions?
Everything is clear to me.
We're glad. Hitch up, men! Let's take advantage of the dark and get to Malashop before the cock crows. What is it, youngster? What's the problem?
Do we have to burn down the whole village?
What of it? Can't you carry out a simple task?
Well, I don't know if...
Listen, von Bergau's in that fortress full of men. When they see the fire, they'll run out to extinguish it. They won't be expecting us. I never put my men's lives on the line. Especially if I can have the element of surprise.
I won't murder innocent peasants, Devil.
What? Do you have kin in the village? Who the hell's got into you?
This is the way my family was killed. They massacred them. And why?
Curva, that's your problem. This is a war, and this is our plan for getting von Bergau. So if you want to do it your way, fine. You want to be a commander too? Let's see what you're made of then. I can't guarantee you'll survive, though.
I can't give you any guarantee either.
I don't need one.
Hört auf! Hört auf, you madman!
Come on! You want... Come on! Fight or die! Take that, you shit!
Are you out of your fucking minds? Stop it!
What's going on, Devil? What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I had a bit of a disagreement with this brat here.
This is your plan? To burn down the village?
What of it? We're at war, if you hadn't fucking noticed.
There's innocent people there.
Do you think I don't know? But better them than us. They'd run for the woods before we started anyway.
Are you serious?
Sei mishpoche, Freund. Sei mishpoche.
It is the law of God. We are at war here, not those peasants.
Fuck this fucking shit. Well, it's too late to go back now.
But that fortress is still full of men.
There's another way to do this. I'll take care of the first gate. You'll have the element of surprise.
Fine, Henry. You've made your bed, now lie in it. But if any of us die today because of you, I'll gut you myself.
Fuck.
It's almost your time. You need to sneak quietly over the wall, youngsters.
It's still dark. That'll give us cover.
I'll go with them.
I appreciate it, but this is not for you.
Easy, Father. We're trying not to die here.
I'm giving them my best men. That'll have to do, friend.
I'd like to see what they look like.
Here I am, Kalani. We got leather, and other go ahead to check out fortress.
Good, Janosch. We'll take care of the drawbridge. And you, Henry, open up the first gate for Zizka.
And then we'll storm in there like a fox into a chicken coop.
I understand.
Exactly. Off you go.
Good luck, fellas.
Good. The rock isn't so steep from this side, and the patrols are only on the eastern wall. Let's go, fellas.
That is a good place.
There? Really?
Yeah, there. Neckarfrey and do it already.
Yeah. Hey, just a moment.
Go and open that gate.
Huh. Strange. I suppose it was nothing. Huh? I must be mad.
Alert! Alert! Come on! Bring it on, bastards!
Show your stuff!
What the? There's someone lying here. Stop messing around!
Now just to open that gate.
The worst part, Henry. You go and open that gate on the left. We'll take the drawbridge on the right. Patrol in the courtyard and shoot us up on the gallery.
Why me?
Hey?
Watch out! They attack the cap!
Now just to open that gate.
I must be mad.
Shoot! Shoot now!
Over there! It's like a shooting range here!
For Christ's sake, get on with it!
go! Quick! Forward!
I'll kill you, you cunt!
Let's go! Clean things up here! Sam! Anna! Someone get an axe and turn this fucking door into splinters!
Fuck off! And while you're at it, fuck each other! You should never take this...
Ale ten chuje co wyrwał mocno.
Do picia. Do zajebanej
What are you doing there? You have to finish this. Come and join us up here.
What will we do now?
Everything's fucked.
Von Berghoff is holed up in the tower. He has shooters there, and we're running out of time.
We'll have to parley with him.
Oi, we're not going to give up now.
That's right. Let's go. We're going to have a nice little talk with the Royal Chamberlain. Hey, you! Up there in the tower! We want to talk!
Listen! Stop shooting!
Now we'll see what von Berghoff comes up with.
Fuck all. He's trapped.
Chamberlain, you are surrounded! I propose you honorably capitulate!
He doesn't have a drop of honor in him.
Ah! Would you give me one reason why I should do that, Pirkstein? I'm quite comfortable here. I will gladly wait for my allies in Kuttenberg to arrive. You can talk to them. Ah! And you're making a lot of noise. All that shooting you're doing must have been heard in the Hungarian camp.
Is there a point to any of this? I mean, we can avoid further trouble.
I agree. There is no point to any of this. And on top of everything, it is absolutely inappropriate in the presence of a noble lady.
Rosa Retard!
Lord Capon! Henry!
Isn't now just the right time to change sides, Sir Royal Chamberlain?
What would you know about that?
Sigismund now needs you more than you need him. He's run out of money, his army is falling apart, and being his ally is no longer advantageous. As our captive, you'll gain more time, and you can calmly wait out the storm. And besides, if you secretly help us free Wenceslas, it won't cost you anything.
All right.
Can you give me any guarantees?
Why, of course! Nothing will happen to you. You have my word.
Your word, Bjergstein?
We're not barbarians, we're noblemen, Sir Otto. Your dead body would be worthless to us.
Ha! How sincerely simple, huh, Enoch? But yes, I can trust you. When it comes to ransom, you can always be counted on.
Fine. But what will it be, Lord von Burkhoff? You can flatter the devil all you want later.
You have convinced me. You're right. It is not in the interest of the kingdom to wage a war against each other. On the contrary, by becoming allies, we can all gain, ensure peace, and liberate our king. Very well. Agreed. We are coming out.
Come on. Time to settle accounts. Nobody's going to be killed here.
That was a blast. My skull's ringing.
He's fucked.
Anyway, I think we're all done here. We heard what we came for. Load up the wounded. Anything of value? We're ready to leave.
your mutt.
Hey, I'd like a word. Now you're going to get it. Do it!
Take that fucker out, damn it!
No chance.
You can't stand up.
Show Too slow. No chance. What do you want? No, you don't.
I'm all yours. Sit you right.
you collecting money for?
For alms, for widows and orphans. Because of this terrible war, there are more and more of them. And it's our holy duty to help. May our Lord soon bring... Even the smallest contribution will be rewarded with God's favor.
Here you go. Something from the blacksmith of Kuttenberg.
Glory to the heavens! God bless you, blacksmith, and your whole guild too.